I'm good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the call tonight. We are here with Molly Orr, and Molly's somebody that I've looked up to for a really, really long time. She's a good friend of mine, and she's one of those people that just has this amazing gift to transfer knowledge. She's really, really good at teaching and training. And so I jumped at the opportunity to get her on our team call because she's got a wealth of knowledge and she's got a really, really great way of delivering it. And I love listening to her talk. So take it away, Molly. We're set to go. All right.
Okay. You good? Okay. Thanks, Sarah. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I love you. And I'm sure everyone on the team knows how lucky they are to have you as their leader. So I'm so excited to be on your call. But I heard last week you guys had Tamara Holloway, right? And I heard that you're all like obsessed with her. So I'm thinking, why did I sign up for this slot? Like why couldn't I have gone before Tamara? So I will do my best to deliver. So Sarah and I were talking about, what we could talk about on the call. And there's so many topics I'm really passionate about, but we just did something on our team recently that's a little bit different. And so I really wanted to share it with you. If any of you are on the road to Emerald board, you've already seen a little sneak peek of this. But tonight we're going to talk about it a little more in depth. So I took this from a little something that Sarah said on our team call. And that was, she was talking about relationship building on your team and having that connection with people. And so my team, I'm in Las Vegas. So who's coming to convention? Raise your hand. Anybody? Yay! Okay. You're coming to my town. I'm so excited. But the majority of my team is in other states. I have a huge team in South Carolina and Michigan, and Oklahoma's growing. And we're just spread across almost every state. And so it's really hard sometimes to have that relationship. I can't just say, hey, girls, come on, let's go and go have a glass of wine or let's meet for coffee. Oh, gosh, and someone's calling my phone. This is my girl who's leading my team call right now for me. Sorry about that. Hopefully she's not having an emergency since it's 6:02. Anyway, so, it's just very difficult for us to get together and work together and kind of have that bond. And so we started brainstorming about what we could do to change that and to really build momentum on our team. So what we decided to do, and one of the girls on my team came up with this amazing idea that she did locally, and what it was a Blitz day. So what that means is working intently on your business for an entire day with a group of people who are supporting you, cheering you on, giving you ideas. It's kind of like that thing where, like you want to go clean your house and you start in one spot and you pick up a few things and then you're like, wonder what's on TV, or maybe I'll call a friend instead. Versus if like someone's coming over, right? Or if your mom's there or your mother-in-law, right? And they're in the house and they're like, here, let's get this cleaned up. You're going to work until it's done, right? Because you don't want to, embarrass yourself in front of them. You want to be focused. You want to have an end result. And so Blitz Day is like that, but for your business. So what we did is we started hyping it with our team first and just saying, who would like to host in their home anywhere in the United States. We did a national Blitz Day for our team. Who wants to host? Don't worry, this is not going to be a lot of pressure on you because I created everything you need to do from top to bottom to be able to run this Blitz Day. And so, okay, I'm on a roll, but I see my girl who's leading my call blinking a message. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to check.
No worries, take it.
It's her very first time leading our new ambassador training.
No
and
problem.
It's not letting me click to start. Oh dear, she can't start the meeting. I don't know. Sarah, do you know? Like, why would that be? She's logging in through my other account.
So if she's on Zoom?
She's on Zoom.
I don't know. You've got 2 accounts?
Yeah, this is like my secondary one. The main one can hold a lot of people. So I'm so sorry to interrupt that. I just feel
no worries.
Probably stressed to the max.
It won't let her start it. Like she can't even click on the link?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's saying, it's not letting me click to start. Okay. Well, I'm hoping one of my other leaders will help her out. So sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel terrible doing that in the middle of your call, but I want to make sure my my girls are
take care of it. If
doing what they need to do. Okay, so I'm so excited my leaders are stepping up and taking over calls and things, so I just want to make sure they're empowered to do what they need to do. So anyway, so we asked for hosts, and I created everything they would need to run this Blitz day. And I'm going to share all that with you, including all my documents, all my videos, everything that we used for that day. So once we had hosts that were committed, I created a Facebook page just for the host. So everything could be communicated to them in one place. So it was very easy. I wanted to make this so easy so they were excited about hosting and inviting people to their homes. And it didn't have to just be their team. So if someone was hosting in Oklahoma and I have 3 different legs there, everybody was invited. So it wasn't just like, oh, I'm only going to invite my team, because what ended up happening is some amazing sideline friendships developed from this, and new ideas and brainstorming. It was really fantastic to watch. So we put them in this Facebook page, and we started, kind of generating buzz and getting them excited. And then I set up sign-up pages through signupgenius.com. I don't know if anybody's ever used that, but it's really easy to use. And I did a different page for every single location. So let's say, Sarah, you're hosting in your hometown. You had the link for the sign-up, and you just said, okay, if anybody wants to come to my house, come sign up here. And that way you know how many people are coming to your home and what to plan for. Because we did this all day. We did 9 to 3. And so you could have snacks, you could have drinks, you could have lunch. Or for some of our hosts, honestly, it just wasn't in the budget for them to be able to do that. And so we just encouraged everybody that was coming to their location to pitch in $5, or they brought their own lunches. They decided per location how they wanted to do that. Okay. So people start signing up. We just did tons and tons of hype and graphics and getting people excited about working their business. And it was really great for our brand new ambassadors too, because sometimes you're just afraid to kind of rip that Band-Aid off and get going and start messaging people. So once the day came along, then we had everything in place. And so I'm going to share my screen here for a second, and I'm going to show you my PDF that we developed. And we had graphics leading up to it that was, just saying like what to bring and what your homework is before Blitz Day. And we were posting all that kind of stuff on our team page. And again, I'll give you access to all of that. So this is the PDF that all of our hosts received. And it literally spelled out the day step by step. So if they weren't comfortable with leading something or, speaking in front of a group or whatever it was, they could literally read this document word for word and not have to come up with anything themselves. Excuse me, my allergies are going crazy today. So we started at 9 a.m. And the first thing that we did is we worked on affirmations. I feel like so often in our business, we do so much negative self-talk to ourselves. Like, I can't do this. I'm not a salesperson. Nobody wants to try Plexus. It's too expensive. You point out all these negative things instead of talking about the positive. And so I forced them to watch this video, which there's a link right here in the PDF. It's a little boy who has an affirmation that he says to himself every single day on the way to school about how great his day is going to be and how successful he's going to be. And it's the cutest thing. So we watched that first. And then we all worked on writing our affirmations. The goal was for them to post them someplace where they're going to see it every day and say it every day. So whether it's on their mirror, on their cell phone, on their computer, whatever was easiest for them. So that was the first half hour. Then we went into goal setting. And if you've ever heard me speak before, this is a major passion of mine, because I feel so often people set goals, but they don't write them down. They don't even remember them. Like, how many times are you like, I have a goal. I'm gonna do this. And a day later, you don't even remember that you said it. So I force my team to write their goals out and put them someplace where they will see them every single day, because when you do that, you work with intention. So we set our goals for the month. We set, goals for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months out. We're doing a big push right now on our team to get to gold by convention, because I'm hosting a VIP event for anyone on my team that's gold and above, because they're coming here to Vegas. I wanted to do something special for them. And so it is plenty of time to get to gold by June. And so everybody has a chance to be there. And so a lot of people are putting, if they weren't there yet, they're their goals for gold and what they had to do to get there. So not just, I want to be gold by convention, it's, I want to be gold, and here are all the check boxes of all the ambassadors I need to sign between now and then to get myself to gold. So goals are huge on our team. Next, we started focusing on people that we knew that needed our products because of health issues. And this was part of their homework. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you. Okay, we'll do it in a second. It's going to be on a different screen. But basically, we had a graphic we gave to them that they had to prepare some lists before they came to Blitz Day. And one of them was a list of, I think, 10 to 20 people with health issues that Plexus could help with. And then we sat and we gave them examples of messages they could send to them. We had, speaking of Tamara Holloway, she has an amazing document that has a bunch of cold messages. And so we took some of those, we developed some of our own, and we gave them to them. So if they were really uncomfortable, they could literally copy and paste those messages and just tweak them a little bit for the person. And so the whole idea was to just reach out to people and just say, it's been on my heart to talk to you. I know you're struggling with, whatever the health issue is. I really think these products could help you, and I would love a chance to sit down and talk with you about it. And so from there, we kept track of how many people they had contacted and how many meetings they were able to set up because of that. And a meeting could be coffee, it could be over the phone, it could be just a 3-way chat on Messenger, with them and their sponsor. Okay, then the next hour. And by the way, at the top of every hour, I did a video for them to show. So they, again, if they weren't comfortable speaking as a host, there was a video to play at the top of every hour, and I'm going to give you access to those as well. So you're welcome to, if you decide to do something like this, you can use my videos. If you want to shoot your own videos using kind of the same message that I was delivering, that's fine too. So at 11 o'clock, we focused on people who needed the income of Plexus. They needed the business opportunity. And we did the same thing. We started cold messaging people. And we had that list prepared before we came to Blitz Day. And so it was really easy just to set. And so what was so exciting about all of this is there's a group at your dining room table, or we were sitting on my couch or on the floor or wherever, and someone would go, oh my gosh, someone just responded. Oh my gosh, I just got a meeting. And it got other people excited. So if someone was sitting there going, I don't know how comfortable I am messaging someone, and they were kind of holding back, the minute people start shouting out that they were getting meetings, guess what? That last holdout would start to go, maybe I should send a message. And so it just really pushed everybody out of their comfort zone. Or someone said, like, I just really don't know what to say. The whole group would help them. Or if someone responded with a question, like, okay, I am interested in Plexus, but here's my question, the whole group would help answer the question. And so it just provided such a great, safe way for people to really dig into their business. So then at lunchtime, I personally catered luncheon for everybody. Some of the places kind of skipped lunch altogether and ended sooner in the day. Some brought their own lunches, so whatever works for you. But I had everybody bring thank you notes with them, and we sat and wrote thank you notes to customers and ambassadors, because remember, new ambassadors are really customers. When they first start, you need to treat them like a customer. You have to follow up with them. You have to encourage them. You have to thank them. So when's the last time that you sat and wrote out a handwritten note to just say thank you so much for your business? It just means a lot to people and is a great way to reconnect if you haven't heard from them in a while. So then at 1 o'clock, we start focusing on our dream team. So all of you have that chicken list, right? The people you're afraid to talk to, but you would just kill to have them on your team. These are the people we started reaching out to. And some people had to take a deep breath with that. I really encouraged them to use voice messenger on this one because I wanted people to hear the passion in their voice. We always say passion has a sound, belief has a sound. So whenever you can send a voice message, I encourage you to do it because it's a whole different ballgame from me typing to you and saying, I think you're amazing. I would love you on my team versus hearing it in my voice and hearing why I want them so badly. Then at 1:30, we start talking about effective posting on Facebook. This is like a huge pet peeve of mine is all the sales posts and the I mean, it's so obvious you're selling something and nobody wants to be sold to. And so we start talking about truly how to post from your heart, how to post like you're just taking little pieces of your diary every day and sharing it with your Facebook friends, how to do it in a way that's going to engage them and get them to comment and like and ask questions. But I promise you, if you are posting things with like Plexus graphics and, this is the greatest product ever and contact me more and here's my website, I promise you most of the people that are friends with you are just like, oh, move it aside. I cannot look at this one more time. But if you post something like, I got a phone call yesterday from an ambassador who has rheumatoid arthritis. And again, don't share this testimony because it's not compliant. Let me just say that before I get in trouble. But, he has been on narcotics for 4 years and has been able to go off his narcotics because he was always in so much pain. And so since starting Plexus, he has been able to come off. He has not had any withdrawal symptoms. He's feeling amazing. So maybe I'm going to figure out a way to share that conversation, make sure it's compliant. I'm not making any medical claims because the minute I say someone has rheumatoid arthritis and now he's not in pain, guess what? We just made a medical claim and that's not okay. But I'm going to figure out a way to share that conversation, just saying how excited I am about a phone call I received from someone who's seeing just tremendous things in their life since they started Plexus. Maybe just something like that. And then, 9 times out of 10, somebody's messaging me saying, what is it? Or, how does it work? Give me more information. So effective posting is just huge, 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 especially because the FDA is really looking at us. We are a fantastic, top-notch, multi-million-dollar company. And guess what? When you become popular, the FDA and the government is looking at you. And we are in charge of this company. I don't know if you realize this, but truly, you have the weight of the company on your shoulders. Everything you say and do when you're representing Plexus represents the company as a whole and can affect the company as a whole when it comes to government standards. And so I want you to always believe that you are one of the building blocks of this company. I want you to think to yourself that this is my company. It is. You own a piece of it. And you need to treat it that way, and you need to be responsible in the way that you represent it. So posting is just huge. I could talk about that for 2 hours, but that's a whole nother call. And then at 2 o'clock, we went ahead and just started working on follow-up. So many people on our team, I'm realizing, are not following up with customers and ambassadors, because again, ambassadors are like our customers. So we just sat and started sending notes. Hey, how's it going? I've been thinking about you. How are you feeling? Is it time to mix things up a little? Do we need to tweak your routine? And they were just shocked at the number of responses they got. So there was a little video too about what to say in a follow-up. So that was the whole day. About midway, because we're in different time zones, I went ahead and did a Zoom call with everybody. And so that was so fun because every single location called in and we all got to like cheer each other on and like say, okay, who's signed ambassadors today? Who's signed new customers? How many meetings have you set up? And then we had a document that I created for them to track all their numbers. So like if we encouraged them to reach out to 20 people, they had to write down how many out of 20 they were able to contact. And same thing for income producing people, new ambassadors, new customers. And then what happened is all the locations turned those numbers into me. And based on percentages, because some locations maybe had 3 people and some had 20, and I knew it wasn't going to be fair if we just went on numbers alone. So it's kind of like the biggest loser. It's not who loses the most weight, it's who loses the biggest percentage. So we figured out percentage on who hit the most goals that day. And then one location won, and I bought prizes for everyone at that location to kind of celebrate them. So what happened as a result of this Blitz Day was that by, this was February 9th, I think we did. What was the date on there? I don't remember. 6th or 9th. I don't know. It was the first Saturday. By the 12th of this month, we had already bypassed our new ambassador number that we had hit at the end of January. So like in 2 weeks, we signed as many ambassadors as we signed the entire month of January.
That is incredible.
It was incredible. And people are still excited about it. And now what's happening is everybody's starting to plan their own Blitz days because all the documents, all the videos, everything's in place, and all they have to do is duplicate it over and over and over. Super, super easy.
I love that because what a great way to train up people, because I think there's a lot of stuff that gets missed just in the way that you maybe reach out to people or the way that you explain things to people. And when you've got a big group there like that, that is a great way to just share ideas and lift each other up, all at once. I love it.
Absolutely. Amazing brainstorming sessions. We really pushed the silver and 7, so a lot of people went silver that day, and I mean, it was just really exciting. So let me show you one more thing. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's see, but which one? I have way too many windows open. Okay, where's my regular? Maybe it's just here, desktop. Okay, let's see. You'll have to tell me if you can see this or not. So there we go. Can you see the blog?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So if you go to missmollyo.com is my business blog, and every single thing I just talked about is on this blog post. So it takes you through how to set it up. It shows the graphics we use. It talks about Sign Up Genius. There's the link. Creating the Facebook page for your host. Determining prizes if you want to offer prizes at each location. The different graphics I made using Canva. So like here's the Blitz Day homework graphic that got posted. And then what to bring to Blitz Day. Step number 7 is the outline for the host. And this is an actual PDF file that I was showing you. So you would just click on the Blitz Day link here and download the PDF. And then here are all the videos that we played at the top of every hour to get started and launch that hour. So you could download or use those off of YouTube and just, launch each one. I talk about doing a Zoom call, 9 o'clock West Coast time, which was noon for our East Coast. And so just so everybody could check in and kind of cheer each other on. We talked about the tally sheets, which is kind of a checklist. And here's what that looked like. And you can download that as well and use it. Just where they can keep track of all their contacts and their meetings, their customers and their ambassadors. And then I just included a bunch of pictures of all the different locations and, showing what everybody was doing. I mean, you can see it was just such a fun, hangout day, bonding day. And then once I tallied all the numbers, we had the graphic for the Blitz Day winners and announced them. And they were just so, so excited. So literally every single thing you need to run a Blitz Day is on that blog post, and you are all welcome to download it and use it as much as you want.
I love that so much. And I think you said it right, like the bonding that I bet that you guys just had so much great feedback from that after it was all said and done.
Yes, it was amazing. And, now we have all these friendships that have formed, which is so fun to watch. And now people that weren't coming to convention are now coming to convention because they feel like they have a group of friends to hang out with or share rooms with or, whatever it is. So it was really fun to watch. And it's something we will probably do quarterly on our team.
I love that.
And some of the teams that have large teams locally, they're going to do it a little more often. Some of them talked about actually splitting that 6 hours into 6 weeks. And so basically they're going to get together for coffee or whatever, say every Wednesday morning for 6 weeks, and they're going to do 1 hour every week for 6 weeks and kind of prolong it a little bit because that's what worked with their schedule. So however you want to work it, what works for your team. It's just the idea of getting together and working together.
I love it because I think that, like I said earlier, people sometimes they just don't know what to say, and you don't know what parts of things you haven't correctly, told them. And so getting that and getting those local friendships in place, I think is key too, to be able to start hosting meetings together and just get some good Plexus friends. I love it.
Exactly. So good. So if anybody has any questions, I'm totally open. I love answering questions, doing Q&A.
Yeah, if anybody has it, just post it in the chat if anybody has any questions at all.
I'm scrolling through Little conversation. Anyone? No questions? Sarah, you'll have to tell me if it pops up. I'm not.
No, for sure. All right. Let me think. I don't think I had any questions. Oh, nope. I don't think I had any questions. Hopefully, I'll definitely message you if anybody comes up with one, but I definitely, I'm speaking for myself. I will host a Houston one, and I definitely want to do this because I think it would be really, really a great way, because I've been toying with I sometimes do local trainings at my house for our team, but obviously that only reaches my local team and doesn't, I'd been thinking about doing another one, but to be able to do one where it's literally you've done all the work for us, and that message would go out to everybody at the same time, and it would be a great, even if we're not all in the same location, I think it would be a great bonding experience to be able to celebrate each other as we each, sign ambassadors and customers, and I think it's a great way to jumpstart momentum.
It is. And, and honestly, there was like a little friendly competition too, which was kind of fun because it does push you, when you're like, okay, we want to be the location that wins. And, and if you have people that aren't near any other ambassadors, we had one person offer to host this on Zoom. So he did our kind of online Blitz day. And so anyone who couldn't get to a location got on Zoom, and he led it on Zoom. And so you could do a virtual location as well for people.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So enjoy, go download, use it. And then you guys just have to promise to tell me how it goes if you decide to do this.
Absolutely. We definitely will. And thank you so much for offering up to share all the resources and all the work that you put in on the front end.
Absolutely. One plexus, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Molly. We really, really appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.